And oh, the chat isn't popped up because I didn't fucking do the thing before. Ah.
Well, what didn't you do? I'm confused.
So OBS. First off, hi everyone. We're live. To get back.
We're gonna speed run this episode.
OBS is stupid.
This is gonna be the
So
fastest episode.
when you live stream, typically what I have is I have like the YouTube chat like on the side where I can see it. And but in order to have that pop up, you have to disconnect your YouTube account and then reconnect it and then it pops up. But if you don't do that beforehand,
Can't,
it won't pop up.
I can't follow.
It
This is
won't.
crazy.
So in the settings, you can connect your YouTube account to live stream. You have to disconnect it to reconnect it, and then the little pop-up window of the YouTube chat will pop up right there. All perfect for you. But if you don't, it won't.
Hi everybody, welcome to the Get Back. Very late night.
I'm
It
used
is, and
to
I have
this.
something to say.
Oh yes,
no.
please.
No, this is totally off topic, but I have to mention it because I've never noticed it till now. So on my TV on FX, this is what is this playing? Captain America: Civil War.
Oh god. Oh, I
And
don't want to know where this is gonna go. This can go a number of different
it's
ways.
not gonna go nowhere bad, but I'm looking at Chris Evans and I'm like, he's got like the perfect face in this movie. Like perfectly constructed. It's like wow. Like it's beautiful and false at the same time. It's just I'm just like they put the perfect.
So is he on the list?
Now I get why he's Steve Rogers.
I don't
I
want
don't know
to.
if he looks like this right now, but I had to like point that. I'm like, I've never noticed how perfect his face is in this movie.
He's on.
And
I
I'm
don't
not
want to
talking
expose.
about like, oh my god, he's so hot. I'm talking about like symmetrical, like asymmetrical in everything. It is just lined up, perfect. I don't know, and it's perfect
Listen,
for the
Chad.
character.
Jess, I don't want to expose you, but Chad.
Uh,
Sometimes Jess likes to have some devil's grass before we start the show. Sometimes that leaks out. Because that's the only explanation I can give for it to make sense as to why we're talking about Chris Evans' perfect face.
Yeah, doesn't Chris Evans
right
have a
now.
mask on in the movie? Of course his fucking face is perfect. Motherfucker's wearing
Not
a
in
mask.
Civil. No. Did he have it in Civil War?
Yeah.
Civil War, he didn't have. I don't know, but I just feel like I'm just saying like they. It's like I can't describe it.
He's a hot
People out there
he's a
would know what I'm
hot
talking
piece of
about.
ass. Is that what
It's
you
not
mean?
about him being hot. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking
If,
about like
Symmetry.
they put that face
Dimension.
together.
When they put it together. What do you mean when they? You mean when he was getting born? The fuck you mean when they? Like he's a fucking alien.
Whatever.
They had to
I'm
piece him
I'm saying
together,
that's what it
guys.
looks
you put the
like.
eyes over here, put the nose right down the
Like it
middle,
looks like
right?
someone
We'll get the
like it
perfect
just
part
looks
for the
like
mouth.
it's a perfect face. That's all I'm saying. For this particular movie, for this character, just it's good. Good
So are
job.
you
That's all I'm
saying the
saying.
makeup artists deserve to be Oscar
Oh,
worthy?
that's probably a better framework that the makeup artist, but also if he actually had work done or like like I said, just maybe the angel, like just a perfect like this. It's like a model face. It's like someone sculpted it and then the person is wearing it. That's what it looks like.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, I
Yeah.
had to say that. Maybe it was the devil's grass that made me say it, but while we were having our pre-show, I was watching this movie.
Speaking of
But on to the next one. So what's going on in the sports world? What happened today? What's going on?
WrestleMania 42 just got wrapped up.
WrestleMania 40. Yep.
Night 1
Okay, so I have a
was
question.
awful. Night 2, oh boy.
Jess, what's your question?
Oh boy.
Question.
Yes, teacher.
Daniel knows what
Teacher.
I mean when I say it. The other night you guys were bitching and moaning about how WrestleMania ain't shit, or it looks like it ain't gonna be shit. You guys were like, it's not sold out. It's getting low reviews. And I saw the highlights of the Pat McAfee fight. It was kind of hilarious, to be honest. Last night you guys didn't seem so thrilled, and tonight you guys seem like happy little campers. So what was better about it? Did it pull it off? Did it surprise you? What was going on? I
Lewis,
didn't I didn't get a
you
chance
or
to see it
me?
because I was out.
I'll go first. I'll touch
Okay.
on it. What was better? The matches were so much better. They were longer, and you kind of just felt the electricity in the air with some of the matches, right? You had matches that people actually like really kind of cared about on this one, and the matches delivered. The matches were really solid. The wrestling, the good
A
old
Rosslyn.
wrestling. Okay, that's pretty much what it was. And then it all culminated with that fucking grand main event where they wrestled for like 25-ish minutes, and it was a back and forth brawl. It was phenomenal, right? It was good storytelling, and both of those guys put on a phenomenal performance. CM Punk and Roman Reigns.
So who
that
was in
is.
the final? Oh damn! CM Punk,
Yeah,
not Seth
And
Rollins.
and
I'm
Roman
and
Reigns.
confused.
and Roman Reigns.
Hey, my guy, Mr. Beautiful.
Yeah,
Um,
and it was great. It was phenomenal. The crowd seemed to enjoy it more, right? The crowd seemed to actually be
yeah.
in it more tonight than they were last night. Too.
WrestleMania recently, since they started doing the 2-day split, and I promise you, you could look at this is not fact. You could just kind of just tell. Every WrestleMania since they did the Saturday Sunday split was one night is dog shit and the other night is phenomenal. There is no perfect day. No perfect like there hasn't been a perfect 2-day WrestleMania. The situation, night one was terrible and night two was phenomenal. And I think part of it too, because I think a lot of the wrestlers on night one can put on great performances, right? I think Jacob Fatu and Drew McIntyre did what they could with their time. I think Becky Lynch and AJ Lee could have went on longer. I think Gunther Says could have went on longer. Liv Morgan and Stephanie Vaquer could have had a 25-minute classic and could have brought the house down. Same with Cody and Randy. They could have brought the house down. But the length of the matches, and it's not, again, this is not to blame the performers, you just felt like it was still lacking, right? That there was like, they didn't really try to tell a story. Like in wrestling, the story before the match is important, but that has to translate in the match. That's part of what being a professional wrestler is all about. That's the important thing. Can you tell a story in the match? That's the rare breed that gets you to this level. And all of them are capable of doing it. They've all done it. But when you have 10 minutes to work with, 8 minutes to work with, 15 minutes to work with, it's hard to really accomplish that. And that was kind of the problem with night one, is that why Liv Morgan and Stephanie Vaquer are getting 9 fucking minutes
Less than that.
as the co-main event.
I think like 6
The
minutes.
co-main event was 8 minutes. The co-main event was 8 minutes long,
Ugh.
right? That's the problem. That's the problem that nobody can accept. And I know Liv and Stephanie Stephanie especially could put on a great match. But you're not giving them the opportunity. We're going backwards as a women's division. We went tremendously forward and we're going backwards. How? Besides the point, right? Different conversation, different day. Moving on to night two, I felt like the pacing was better. The match pacing was better. These men and women were given their superstars were given their times, right? They knew what they had to do. They hit their spots, but they were also able to tell their story of their feud and of their match. This is what's happening outside. This is how it translates in the ring. And they were able to do that. And every decision that was made on night two made sense, was fair, and I could see the future for it. Every decision that was made for night one, either I didn't care about or made no sense. That's also part of the problem. And wrestling fans, while some of them can be stupid and like to be Twitter warriors and like to have greasy fingers, Some of them are also really smart and intelligent. The ones who are there can just tell when shit is being fucked. And they're not stupid. And like, what is happening right now? Why is this happening? I think night one, you had that kind of crowd where it was like, what am I watching? What are we watching right now? And night two, you started with Obafemi and Brock with a result that made sense, and it brought the crowd, it got them going. Like, oh yeah, this is pretty fun. And then the second match, the ladder match, which was just the perfect ladder match. Everybody had their role. They played their role perfectly, and you had a fun, exciting, and entertaining match to get you going for the card. That's what was supposed to happen in night one that didn't translate because we made dumb decisions in night one. But night two, everything worked. You had time, you had fun, you had comedy, you had great wrestling, great moments, you had right decisions, you had emotional moments. And everyone could get behind it. You didn't piss off the fans, you gave them what we wanted. And when you let that happen, and when you let the fans enjoy and embrace and let them be, in the moment, they're gonna respond back. That night one crowd was dead because you fucked it. They didn't care when we got to Cody and Randy. This night two crowd was buzzing for Punk and Reigns. They built up to it, and that momentum swing was perfect going into it. So I think that was kind of the reason too. And I think it felt like a WrestleMania from the jump. Night two felt like a WrestleMania. Night one felt more gimmicky, more like we're just here to like put them on the card and like here's the pop and here's the moment. Like Liv won the title, 8-minute match. Cody defended. Pat did his thing. Jelly Roll did his thing. They did their spots and they left. They came back out. That's it. There wasn't any story in that. And I got a problem with Cody and Randy, but we'll digress. But yeah, that's kind of how I see it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Phenomenal. Yeah, and like
it was really
just
good.
looking at these matches, Obafemi and Brock. Yeah, Trick Williams on this card. He had, I think, like the shortest match, but it didn't like he had like a 10-minute match. People were like, felt shorter than that. It's kind of a good thing, right? Your match was longer,
Right.
but it felt fast, right? It felt like the pace was there, right? And we give a fuck about Trick Williams. We care. You want to know why? Because he's young and he's hot. He's white hot in the business. That's good. Okay, he's fucking. They say you're over, which means like the fans love you. If you're over, forget about it. And also, Trick Williams might be on the list. Just saying. Know what I mean, Jess?
Might be on Lewis's list.
That's my guy, yo. I really do love Trick Williams. What that? Like it's fun.
He's great.
It's fantastic. It's
I
great.
have to see a picture of him again.
Oh, Daniel, you or me want to pull it up?
Let's see who's faster.
You got it.
I'm doing it on the phone. I'm not gonna do it on the computer.
Yeah.
No, not
Not.
not that.
Now, for context, he is like 6'5", like 250.
We'll go with this one.
Pounds.
Oh. Oh, he's okay. I can't see his face that well, but the body's good.
Hang on. I'm scrolling.
He's okay. Yeah, this
Oh, this is a good one.
greed.
Yeah, I mean the body's great.
He just wants that perfect face. That's the problem.
Right?
No. Now Roman Reigns got a beautiful face. Beautiful.
Oh,
Beautiful.
Okay.
you got to show
That's-
her.
that's
That's
the
Trick
face.
Williams.
Oh, he's okay. Yeah, he's okay. He's good looking.
Good looking kid. And he's like 29? 28, 29. He's young. He's like one of the futures of the business with
Oh,
Obafemi.
he's attractive for sure.
And then
31.
And then, man, that main event, they put on a banger. You know what I mean? They put on a fucking banger of a match. Let me tell you, like, it was just you just felt it in the atmosphere that this night was just it had more like electricity, had more juice,
Right.
had more going for it, you know. So yeah, that's what I thought about it. Night one,
But I feel like
dog shit.
well, night one was very stop and go, and I feel like this one was more it crescendoed
Hmm.
better. Like you built like every match built upon itself. Like you left satisfied. Night one was where like, okay, I show speed, did that, great,
Oh, that's the one highlight I didn't get to see that they weren't replaying over and over again. I have to look at that one.
interesting.
How was it?
Well, the match was like 7 minutes long, so
It was 7 minutes long.
not much.
I
to
mean,
replay.
I'm gonna give Speed credit. He did his thing. He did what he was asked to do. Everyone kind of did what they were supposed to do. They all played their part, but it was nothing more than that. That's kind of how night one felt. It was very expected. So that's pretty much it. But and that one, everything was like, yeah, I kind of knew that. Yeah, I kind of figured that. Why was that 8 minutes? Why was that 7 minutes?
Now,
That should have been longer.
do you think it was because they needed to fit the ad for Nature Made multivitamins in there, or they needed to fit in the Poland Spring ad brought to you by Poland Springs?
Oh,
hold on, guys.
I have the number.
This episode of the Get Back is brought to you by Cars. Guys, hold on. I
Good
need to
chow.
find another thing. Guys, this episode of the Get Back is sponsored by Blistex. Hydration for your lips.
You can't say that.
Hold on. I gotta find something else. Guys, this episode of the Get Back is
Sponsored
sponsored
by
by
Puerto Rico.
the $20 bill.
This episode is sponsored by Jalen Brunson bobblehead.
Get yours at NBAshop.com. You know what I mean? Like that's how it felt.
This is
I have a
sponsored by the
question.
easy button.
I'm gonna text you, Daniel, because it's nothing to do with the show, but with the movie that I'm watching. So I'm just gonna text it to you.
Okay, fair enough. But man,
Okay.
like Daniel, there were just so many fucking ads. Like everyone was complaining. Like there was more. There was just a little bit less advertisements in total than total match time for the whole night one. There was like 124, 1 hour 24 minutes for the total match time, and then 1 hour and like 15 minutes for the ads.
So
That's a
So
lot.
Jess, this was WrestleMania Night 1 was a 3-hour 55-minute show. Right? 98 minutes were dedicated to the matches, right? So that's over an hour and a half. 61 minutes was dedicated to the entrances, right?
Mhm.
And then 57 minutes were dedicated to commercial breaks. So you had, and there were 6 matches on the card.
Well,
6.
that kind of makes sense, I guess. But that's still a lot of commercials.
We never used to get commercials. That's the first part. The second part
Ooh.
was that when we did get commercials, there are maybe like 1 or 2. But if you were in the arena, or like you like when they were on Peacock,
Well, that's
for example,
their way of bringing in more money. They get the
Fair.
sponsors, they get the commercials.
Fair,
you know?
fair, and sponsors pay a lot of money for this as well.
But no,
I
it
agree with
waters down. It waters down the event for sure. It's shit.
But-
It's the
that. But Jess,
shitification.
you remember when we went to the Raw? How during a
Yeah.
commercial break on TV, they play the commercial.
Yeah.
They give you an ad in the arena.
hmm
Right? So when you used to go to WWE live events, like the PLEs, like the pay-per-views, whatever, or like when they were on Peacock, what they would show would be like a 5-minute video package of like the feud. Like the promos, the brawls, like the whole setup to the match you're about to see. So that you have a refresher of what you're about to see. They don't do that anymore. Now you just get straight 4 minutes of ads. And if you're on Netflix, you get a promo for the Hulk Hogan documentary, which I heard was terrible. I heard if you were on Netflix, you saw that documentary the entire time.
It was available on Netflix. I thought it was on Netflix for international.
Internationally.
only.
Internationally.
Okay. I was gonna say, what the fuck? I looked for this
Internationally.
damn thing.
Internationally. Get a VPN.
Yeah. So you could watch your fucking Skittles commercial in fucking Brazilian or something. Like that's how it felt. And the ads were crazy as well again for night 2. It's just watered it down. Like we literally have to sit through 5 minutes of ads. That's this show could have been what? Night 2 maybe could have been 2 hours and 30 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
But instead it was 3 and some change. Why? Like they could fit it, and they also could have fitted in more matches.
Yep.
If every match is 5 minutes,
and keep in mind we had an ad before every match. We had the ring littered with ads, and we had tables with ads on them, as well.
And also, wouldn't they when you know how sometimes in sports they'd still have the thing playing, but then the whole 60% of the screen turns into an ad. It's like Slim Jim bite into a pack or some shit, but they're still playing the fucking actual thing. Like that's what they're doing too.
He was really close to the slogan. You were really close to the slogan though.
Yeah, and pack of
snap it to a Slim
snap
Jim.
it to whatever that dumbass shit. Like they
were just
doing
those
that.
commercials used to be so funky.
Doing that the entire time, so it's like. So it's genuinely annoying, especially when the matches are 3 minutes, 7 minutes, 10 minutes, 8 minutes. It's like, brother, I'm getting, and then the entrance. I get it. It's WrestleMania. Entrances are cool. Not a fucking wrestling match. I'm watching somebody walk to the ring.
But I get it. Disney. $20 trillion corporation.
Mm-hmm.
Got to get their bottom line somewhere.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So
yeah, fucks the
piece of shit.
shit.
But overall, night 2, fantastic.
Night 2 was great. The wrestling was great.
Saved Triple H's job. Saved his job.
It did.
Saved him.
He locked the fuck in.
They locked in. Night 2.
They locked in. He locked in. And I feel. That felt like they remembered who they were. Like that felt like a WrestleMania. That felt like an old school, pay-per-view. That felt like, okay, I could feel better about this. And that's kind of how I feel with WWE. I feel like half the time it's deplorable, which was night 1. And then half the time I'm brought back to how it used to be and how I used to love this brand. I used to love this company, how great wrestling could be, the magic behind it, right? There's a magic to this thing that I feel like they lost with night 1 and they recaptured with night 2. And I feel that way about half the time when I watch wrestling. Some matches I'm like, in some moments I'm like, I don't understand. Like, what are we doing here? And sometimes I'm like, yeah, that's how it should be.
Yeah.
That made sense. So that's kind of where they are at a company. There was a perfect WrestleMania for that. That's the pulse of WWE right now is WrestleMania 42. Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit.
Sometimes it may be good, and sometimes it may be shit.
I'm glad you got that reference. So this was just out cheat to know what I
Sometimes it may be good, sometimes it may be shit.
Sometimes it may be shit. But no, I think that kind of encapsulates. That was WrestleMania. It was good and it was bad. It just all of the bad was in one night and all of the good was in the second night.
Yeah, there was no oh, this is good, now it's up and down. It's no up and down. It was all the way down and then all the way up. You went to the basement and then you went to the attic.
And I want to stress too, when I talk about the bad, I'm not blaming the wrestlers.
No,
they did the best they could. I actually really liked the matches from night 1. The decisions and the pacing and the production and the writing behind those matches, I thought was dumb.
Yeah.
But the actual match itself, I didn't have a problem with.
No.
I wanted more. I wanted a lot more. But we didn't get that.
Daniel? Triple fraud. Triple K. Paul Levesque. Fucking piece of shit.
And also TKO for having an hour and a half of advertisements.
That's crazy. That's just crazy. That's crazy.
It is what it is.
Capitalism.
Yep.
That's what that
Capitalism.
is.
Yep. That's exactly what it is.
This is the greed they talk about in the Bible.
Dead ass. It literally is. it is just fucking the greed they talk about in the Bible. Speaking of the greed they talk about in the Bible, let's talk about the New York Football Giants getting a fucking second first round pick after they trade away stud defensive tackle who had a down year last year, Dexter Lawrence, to the Cincinnati Bengals. First off, the Bengals brought somebody in who could play on the defensive side of the ball, so Joe Burrow doesn't have to play safety and defensive
Right.
line next year. Okay, so you brought somebody in who could do that at a high level. Maybe last year was an outlier. Maybe he's looking to get back. They also extended him 1 year, $28 million. So he will be staying at least in Cincy for
3 years.
I think 3 years because he has 2 more years on his contract, and then he gets extended after that 1 year. So, and the Giants get a top 10 pick. They get number 10 in the draft coming up. Draft is in a couple days. The Giants have the 5th pick and the 10th pick.
So Lewis, because we're doing our draft show, on Thursday. Let's do a preview. What do you think the Giants are gonna do with 5 and 10?
It's so interesting. I've seen them mocked to a lot of players. Like I feel like this is.
Well, forget about the mock. What do you want them to do?
What do
Mr.
I
Giant
want them
fan?
to do?
What helps? What, in your opinion, your professional journalistic podcast opinion, helps the New York Giants with 5 and 10? What would you like them to do? What do you think they should
It's a
do?
steal.
It's so tricky.
Those are good picks.
It kind of
They're very good
depends
picks.
on who is there, right? Because like if
Keep in mind too, real quick,
go.
because real funny. The last time the Giants had 5 and 10 was 2022. They drafted Kayvon Thibodeau and Evan Neal. Didn't go great.
That is true. It did not go fucking well. Okay. It's very interesting because it all kind of depends on what the Titans and the Cardinals do at 3 and 4 that will determine who I want for the Giants. Now, in terms of players,
Perfect world. What are your 2 picks? Perfect world. It falls exactly how you want it to.
Sonny Styles, linebacker out of Ohio State, and then Caleb Downs, safety out of Ohio State. I think doubling up on defense after you just lost a big piece on the D-line is something that I think can really help this roster. And that, you know what I think this could be? Heavy defensive draft. If we're talking about heavy defense, John Harbaugh, Ravens, known for defense, they like drafting defense, right? Because I'm not buying the Jeremiah Love hype too much. I'm not sipping on that Kool-Aid, right? But it's a possibility, right? It's a super sexy pick, right? And I'm not opposed to, looking at that nice sexy pick in Giants blue. But I just don't think that's the most realistic option. If I was John Harbaugh, if I was the coach, and I see 2 guys from Ohio State who are objectively top 5 players in this draft, I'm taking them if they're available. Because Sonny Styles is coveted by a lot of people. He's the best linebacker prospect in this draft. Outside of Arvell Reese, who's kind of like an edge linebacker hybrid, but true middle linebacker, outside linebacker in terms of coverage is Sonny Styles. He's fantastic. And then Caleb Downs is an amazing safety talent, right? Somebody who can play in the box, can play overhead, can shut down the run, and can just be a really, really good player coming into the league in his first game. But now, if we're getting sexy, Jeremiah Love at 5 is nice. That's nice. I like a Jeremiah Love, Cam Scatterboo backfield now. Because, look, if we're trying to protect Jackson Dart, you get him 2 fucking elite running backs. Whoo, that's nice. And they could also go with a wide receiver. Jordan Tyson, Mekhi Lemon, right? There's a bunch of options. Offensive tackle at 5. Switch him over to guard. Now you just improve your interior of your offensive line. And then you can go defensive tackle or interior defensive lineman in the second round, which your pick number 37. Or what I could also see the Giants doing is trading back from 5 if they don't have the player that they want, and then potentially getting like that first round pick, they swap, and then they get a third round pick as well because they don't have a third round pick this year. And I think picking up interior defensive linemen on the back end of this draft could be very valuable for them. So I think that they could do that. But in perfect world, Sonny Styles and Caleb Downs, welcome to the Giants, baby. Like it.
And then how do you feel about the trade?
Look, I'm high on Dexter Lawrence. I think he's still one of the top defensive tackles in this league. It's hard to find a defensive tackle who can get pressure from the interior as effective as Dexter Lawrence could. He started out as a guy who could just kind of stop the run, but then he also improved his pass rush game. So not only is he elite at stopping the run, but now he's improving into a good to great pass rusher. That's so hard to find from an interior guy. So, and he's only 28 years old, going to be 29 during the season. Like, you know, if we could have extended him, that would be nice. But it kind of just seems like he just didn't want to play in New York. And you know what? That's fine. You know, like sometimes the relationship just ran its course and he maybe felt disrespected with the contract negotiations. So I have no problem with him wanting to leave. Right? That's his prerogative. If he feels like this isn't the spot for him to grow and to learn. He also had a shit year last year. So I bet you if he didn't have that shitty of a year, maybe he would have been more happy. But you know, he had a down year. He was injured a little bit too. So like there wasn't many good things happening in New York for him. In terms no contract extension, you played like shit, you're injured. Look, get me out of here. New, fresh start, clean slate. It would be nice though to keep a fucking really good defensive. It would be nice, but I think it kind of just ran its course because they weren't going to give him a contract extension anyway. So,
I mean, I could see both sides of the argument. You know, two wrongs don't make a right. But I think from the Giants' point of view, their argument was, you got 2 more years. You had a down year. You got to prove it again. You had a good year, bad year. I'm not going to commit to somebody who's inconsistent. And that's fair. And I think that's reasonable. And for the money that he wanted, I think that's reasonable, right? And if you're Dexter, you're like, I was a top interior defensive lineman last year. All those guys got paid last year. I didn't. Why? Right? And it's like, I'm 28. This is probably going to be my last major contract in the NFL. Maybe my last NFL contract ever. So I want to make sure I'm guaranteed I want to play and that I'm going to be okay if and when I retire. So I could see both arguments. The Giants didn't want to give him a contract. They want to commit to him, and he wanted a contract because he wasn't sure how long he was going to play in the NFL. And that's fair. That's reasonable. So he knew he wasn't going to get it from New York, so he went to a team that he knew was going to let that happen. The Giants get a pretty good, payout, 10th overall pick. You can't really argue both sides were wrong, but it actually worked out pretty well for both sides. So everyone's happy. Positivity.
I like to think, right? You get a top 10 pick for a really good guy because there were reports that apparently the best pick was like a second round pick by the Browns. And then this news breaks and you're like, Bengals fleeced. You're like, yes.
I'm sure Cincinnati was like Joe Burrow heard that the Browns were getting a second round pick, picked up the phone and was like, you better fucking get this guy. Because if I got to deal with Myles Garrett and Dexter Lawrence next year, I'm not going to be here. So you better go. You better go fucking get it. Dexter
That has to be his conversation every time he speaks to them. I'm going to fucking leave if you don't do this. I'm going to fucking leave. Like, he's like the partner that has to constantly threaten you to get you moving. I'm going to leave.
Jess, how do you feel about this
That's
Giant
what he has
trade?
to do.
And this whole situation with the Giants.
I don't think it was a bad. I think both teams. I mean, Cincinnati needed him in the. I mean, two picks in the first round. I think that's awesome. I mean, who wants to see that go? But I think I think it was a fair move. I think it was the best you can do for what he is.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
But yeah, Lewis, I'm with you. I think if Sonny Styles and Caleb Down are there at 5 and 10, you do it. I know Jeremiah Love or maybe Cardinal Tate are the sexy options and the cool options, but I feel like your defense is not decrepit, but it could use some fresh talent. I think John Harbaugh would want some fresh talent to work with. I think you have the best safety and arguably the best pure linebacker in the draft. Bring him in. You still have Burns. You still right now have Thibodeau, and you have Abdul Carter. So your defensive line is what it is, but I think you can make it work. And defensive tackles are like running back. You can get them from anybody. Give a 5th-round pick, you can get a defensive tackle easily. Nice serviceable guy.
But you know,
But I think
these elite guys, though, Daniel, when you
elite
can get
guys.
elite pass rush and run stuffing ability, that's so valuable. Like Vita Vea for the Bucks was fucking fantastic. Is still fantastic. But he isn't the same level of pass rusher that Dexter Lawrence is. That just made Dexter Lawrence even
Right.
better than him. That's crazy.
But then let's pivot to the Jets and what the Jets should probably do with their draft on Thursday, because
What pick do we have? What pick is it?
we have great old number 2 and
Oh,
big old
God.
16, my birthday date.
Hey, good luck.
Hopefully.
They're gonna trade out of it.
216. That's amazing. That's
216?
good. That's good luck.
That's good. That's a good omen.
Oh,
Good
it's my
omen.
month and my birthday. That's actually pretty funny.
It's a good omen. Look
I
at
didn't
That's what
that.
I'm
realize it was
saying. So
2.
maybe luck is on your side.
We're still gonna fuck it up because we're the Jets. So still only gonna go one way. What I think we should do. I think there are 2 routes. I think first route is you draft Arvell Reese because he's the best player in this draft overall, right? If you believe that Arvell Reese is a generational talent and is going to be in this league for 20 years and be a Hall of Famer, you draft Arvell Reese, right? At 16, you could be a bit more flexible. You know, if we're going by what the team needs, if there's a defensive tackle there, probably. If there's an elite cornerback still on the board, I wouldn't be mad at it. But if Mansour Delane drops, if Gerard McCoy drops, I wouldn't be mad at it. If Francis Magoa drops, I wouldn't hate it. But I think personally, it's 16. We're not getting a quarterback this draft. If it's Ty Simpson, I revolt. At 16, I revolt. But I think if we're building to drafting next year's quarterback and we're going to build this team right now for it to be ready for him, I think you go receiver. I think you could use a second receiver aside Garrett Wilson because you really don't have anybody there. And I know A.D. Mitchell was pretty good, but still needs improvement. I don't think he's a great 2, but a great 3. I think if Mekhi Lemon is there, I would not be against that. If Cardinal Tate somehow drops, scoop him up right away. Jordan Tyson is also intriguing. I wouldn't mind it, So Omar Cooper, I think, is also a pretty decent name from Indiana. Could be fun. So I think you go receiver. I think you kind of bring somebody who could help another quarterback coming in. You give Russell Wilson another weapon because Russell Wilson's going to be the guy.
Wait,
So
Russell Wilson?
You give
Huh?
I'm sorry. It's late.
Geno
It's
Smith.
very late. Geno Smith. It's
That's
very
what I
late.
was saying. I was like, wait. I was
I'm
like,
sorry.
when the fuck did we draft Russell Wilson?
I'm tired. I'm also having the devil's grass. Good.
No, I agree. They have to build up the offense, the weapons for the quarterback.
But I think also the other option, if you don't believe Arvell Reese is the guy, if you don't believe it, you do what the Browns did last year, and you trade back from 2. You recruit maybe a 2nd-round pick, a 3rd-round pick next year, a 2nd-round pick next year. You bring in some more picks. You drop maybe a couple spots. Maybe you trade up with the Cardinals. Maybe you trade up with the Titans, maybe you trade up with the Giants if the Giants want to get crazy. Maybe you trade with the Browns, they want to move up, right? So I feel like if you don't feel like Arvell Reese is the guy, you trade down, you pick up some more draft prospects, and you kind of see what's there. Whether it's Jeremiah Love, David Bailey, maybe Sonny Styles. I think there are a lot of really good players in this draft outside of Arvell Reese that could help this team now. So I wouldn't be against it. And same with 16. If we keep two, trade 16 and trade down from 16, I wouldn't mind it. I think there's a lot of really good players in this draft, and the Jets kind of need help everywhere. So if you see a guy you really like and that you really are think can help your team right now, and you want to trade up or trade down, I think you do it. I wouldn't be against it. So I think those are the two options. But I think my favorite option, my perfect world, would be we get Arvell Reese at 2, and then we keep 16 and we get Mekhi Lemon. I think that you go edge and receiver, and you get the best player in the draft and the top receiver in the draft, and you draft a quarterback in the second round. I think that's the best thing I would do that's how I would do the Jets draft if that became available to me. Or if you want to get crazy, and Ty Simpson's still there, you want to trade back into the first round and you make Ty Simpson a first round quarterback? Sure, why not? Sure, why not? So
The draft's gonna be fun.
yes,
I think there's
Jets.
actually gonna be.
Jets. What do you want the Jets to do?
Crazy.
You want them to trade 2, keep 2, get a receiver?
No, keep 2. Keep the top picks. You need the top picks. Um, I would say I was agreeing with you with the receiver. I think if Smith is obviously a placeholder. So whoever you bring in next year, if it's a young gun, that one of the better ones that are coming out next year, or if you actually make trades or do something to get a very already proven, way better,
Joe
higher
Burrow.
caliber,
Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow.
you need to give, you need to have incentive. You need to give him incentive. So he needs an offensive weapons. The quarterback can't be the only weapon, but they really need a fucking quarterback. I feel like they're so overdue for like a functioning, healthy, young quarterback. And I don't know when the fuck they're gonna get one. But I feel like wherever you get one, you just need to make sure you have things for him for next year. But I think we need to build this year for next year.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. The
Because
draft
maybe
actually.
next year
Mhm.
we'll have, depending on how this year goes, maybe we'll have a offensively friendly coach. Who cares about scoring points? You know.
Are you
I'm just
foreshadowing the
saying.
firing of Aaron Glenn?
Saying.
I am saying,
Mike Tomlin's still not
depending
hired.
on how, God, it's
Sean
fucking
McDermott's still not
insane.
hired.
Sean McDermott?
Oh my God, why don't they just hire
Kevin
him?
O'Connell after another JJ
Kevin O'Connell?
McCarthy fucking
Oh my
Kyler Murray
God.
He'll be
fucking
fired.
stinkfest?
Maybe the Niners implode. Maybe Kyle Shanahan becomes available.
Oh my God, stop. Stop. We did this already with Aaron Rodgers. We're not going to do this. No. I'm not foreshadowing a firing. What I am saying, depending on how the season goes, if the season is somewhat decent, somewhat like a much better improvement somehow, then I don't think they're going to let him go. But they will be in a better position
won't.
to get a better quarterback.
We're losing 14 games this year. And if he's still the coach when Sean McDermott and Mike Tomlin are out there, I'm revolting. I'm revolting. Just give me Mike Tomlin for like 2 years. Let's just say, hey, 2 years, however much money you want, just fix the team. Whatever you want to do, just fix the team, and then you can leave. That's all I'm asking you to do. Make me a first-round exit team, and I'm good. Make me a wild card team, first-round exit, and I'm good.
Yeah. All right, let's
See.
fucking get into baseball.
Oh God.
We've been. Oh yeah, I know.
Oh God.
I'll start it off. I'll start off with the positives, and then we can get to the real negatives. So, the New York Yankees.
I'm gonna be listening, but I'm gonna step aside for the baseball talk
There
because
you
you know
go.
I'm
Oh,
not.
Jess, listen. You will hear me when I talk about the Mets.
Oh yeah.
You will.
I'm gonna
hear
be
me.
listening,
He'll let
but I'm
you.
gonna
He'll
mute my
let you
camera.
know.
I'm gonna
Let
be
me tell you.
listening.
So the Yankees, in 1 week from Monday to Sunday, the 13th to the 19th, they went 5-2. They split the series with the Angels, 2 games apiece, and then just today they swept the Royals 7-0 in the third and final game, and they put up a fucking fat stinking load of runs, 20 runs in the last 2 games. They made the Royals look like their bitch. And in the Los Angeles series, their pitching got a little destroyed. A little bit. Starters started getting beat the fuck up. We had some fucking close calls in the first game. 11-10, we win that game because Jordan Romano can't do shit. And also in the next game, that Wednesday game, 5-4 win, and we get that one done as well. So, we split the series. I said I would crash out if we didn't win 3 out of 4. So this is me crashing out. Tighten the fuck up, bro. Tighten up, Yankees, because this is fucking bullshit. What are we doing? And in Kansas City, the bats turned up. Ben fucking Rice. Every single week, I'm going to say it. He's hitting .338 right now. He's slugging 800. An OPS of 1.276. 18 ribbies so far in the year. Almost leading the ball club with 8 home runs, 52 bases. He's drawn 18 walks, mind you. Only struck out 21 times, so that's not too bad. Ben Rice is our best player right now. Huh? Who would have done that? Now, to be fair, last year he was getting a little bit shafted because his expected batting average should have been higher than his actual average. It's just that he hits the ball really hard, but it just goes straight to a glove. So it's kind of tough. But now he's hitting them over the fence. He's finding his stride with the swing, and he's fucking making the best out of his situation right now. He's fucking playing so well, so phenomenally. The bottom of the lineup, I want to talk about the Yankees because the bottom of the lineup is dog shit. Whatever they're doing, they suck. Literally, it's either an automatic out or maybe they could draw a walk. But you are not relying on this bottom of the lineup to get hits, and you are not relying on this bullpen to save you wins. Because you have to be up astronomically to even have chances because this bullpen is fucking scaring me. It's scary. So for the Yankees, for the next week, what I'm trying to see consistency. Now, we do play Boston and we do play Houston. Those are tough series, right? We got an in-division matchup, and then we have a rival matchup against the Houston Cheatstros, the Cheaters. Still hung up on that. Fucking Cheaters, piece of shits. How about you bang this fucking trash can? Piece of shit. But yeah, hopefully, this is gonna be a true test. We're playing some decent teams with some decent talent on them, so hopefully we can keep up. Hopefully the fucking bullpen is better, because man, this bullpen is dog shit. So that's all I really have for the Yankees. It was a positive week. A lot of runs scored, and Ben Rice and Aaron Judge doing their thing, and Ahmed Rosario as well, hitting the fucking piss out the ball. Let me just say that Ahmed Rosario needs to be playing a lot more. I mean, he's slugging a .533, and he's only played 15 games. That's crazy. He already has 3 home runs. He's cooking right now. So, and Aaron Judge, pick it the fuck up, bro. Pick it up, please. Jazz Chisholm. But nothing is worse than what Daniel's about to say. So, Daniel, you can Go ahead.
Is it my turn?
It's
Is
your
it my turn?
It's your turn. Cause I'm fucking done. You go.
You said that the Yankees went over the 5-2 this week, right? From Monday to Sunday, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. What the Jets? Well, what did the Mets do? What did the Mets do? Let me put my glasses on so I could read this properly. We went 0-7. And if what I'm seeing here is correct, which it is, we've lost 11 in a row. We're 7-15 on the year. We got swept by the Athletics, which we know. We got swept by the Dodgers, which we know. And today we got swept by the Chicago Cubs. Did not win a single game in Chicago. How do I want to say this in what I deem to be the most objective and respectful way possible? How do I want to say this? What's the word I'm looking for? This is a fucking dumpster fire. This is worse than a dumpster fire. Okay. I can't even. I think my anger just isn't there anymore because it's gone with the team. The team's gone, so I'm gone, right? Like that's how this works, right? Like I give and I give and I give and I get 0-11. I get 0-7 this week. We scored. What was it? We scored 1 run today, 2 runs yesterday, and then 4 runs on Friday. That is, count with me, 1, 2, 3. It's 7. Scored 7 runs in 3 games. 7. Highest payroll in baseball, by the way. 7 runs we scored. My son's hurt. We have Francisco Lindor. Oh, we have Francisco Lindor, right? Right. We have Francisco Lindor. Let's look at Lindor's numbers real quick. Why don't we? Let's see. Batting average 205. Great. That's fantastic. Love to see that from our captain. 2 doubles and 1 home run. And what's this I see? 1 RBI. Great. 1 RBI from Francisco Lindor, our second best player. Bo Bichette, 217. Paid you a lot of money, bro. I'm not expecting greatness, but 217. I mean, you're supposed to be the RBI guy, right? You're supposed to be run the scoring position, right? You're supposed to be elite at that. Elite at least batting average, right? That's what you are. You're elite hitter, right? 217. Luis Roberts, I love you. You're great. Nothing's wrong with you. You get a hit every game. You play every game. You play great defense. You're great. Luis Roberts, keep doing your thing. Francisco Alvarez, no problem with you. 268, 4 home runs, lead the team. You're crushing it, bro. Keep going, right? Marcus Semien, you could suck my fucking dick. You suck, bro. You suck major fucking ass. You have no pop. You're 37. You barely play second base. Well, at this point, right? You have 1 home run, 8 RBIs. Great, fantastic. You have 12. You have 18 hits and 77 at bats. Cool. What are you doing for me? You're hitting 234. You're supposed to be the Brandon Nimmo replacement, right? You're the on base guy, right? You're the guy who gets on base and plays great defense. What's your on base percentage? Let's see here. 255. 255. Great. Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah, that's no problem. That's not a problem. Yeah, we don't walk. No, the Mets aren't a team that walks. Luis Robert has 12. That's fair. Lindor has 10. Not great. And then Alvarez has 8. And we go down the list. Nobody else has double digits. And I'm not saying that, you need to be walking every at-bat. But we're at, the 20-ish game of the season, right? 7 plus 15, 23, right? That's the number? 22, whatever. Mm-hmm. You would think by that point, most of the team would be in double digits. We have 2 guys in double digits. 2. So we don't walk. That's part of the problem. We strike out. We definitely strike out. Bo Bichette, 23 strikeouts, the on-base guy. Brett Beatty, another one, 21 strikeouts. Lindor, 18. Benj. We're talking about Carson Benj. I like Carson Benj. He's a good kid, young kid. He says the right things. The guy couldn't hit a beach ball if it was lobbed up to him. Okay? He couldn't hit a softball if it was slowly pitched to him. The kid is good. He's not ready. He's not. And you could see it. Every game, his confidence goes down and keeps going down. And what do? Keep sending him out there. When you have guys in AAA, like Ronnie Mauricio, who is crushing the baseball, like MJ Melendez, who finally came up, who's crushing the baseball, why aren't they up here? We're gonna keep this kid, who is clearly struggling, clearly not ready yet, but no, because I'm big brain David Stearns, and I trust my prospects, and this kid's gonna be good. He's got to play every day, right? Big brain David Stearns. I'm gonna let our best power hitter walk, one of our best hitters walk, and one of our all-time outfielders walk. That's what I'm gonna do because I'm big brain David Stearns. I wear glasses, so I'm smart, right? I know what I'm doing, right? Oh, I was in a small market. I got him 100 wins every year, so clearly I'm the best GM to have, right? I'm not gonna sign Pete Alonso. No. I'm not gonna sign Brandon Nimmo. No. I'll trade Jeff McNeil, and I'll bring in Bo Bichette, and I'll bring in Jorge Polanco, and I'll bring in Marcus Semien, who, as a combined total, don't even hit over 250. Should we go on to the pitching? Shall we go on to the pitching? Let's go on to the pitching. Let's move on to the pitching, right? Move on to the pitching. Why not? Why not? Let's see. Freddie Peralta, you're doing your best, kid. Doing your best. I have no problem with you. You get up a home run every now and then. I don't like that, but you know, you strike a lot of people out. Your changeup is nasty. You know what? I don't have a problem with you. Nolan McLean, you're a godsend. You are a godsend. Thank you, Nolan McLean. Thank you for being on this team because you are one of the shining season right now with 28 strikeouts and having a 2.28 ERA. Thank you, Nolan McLean, for being on this team. David Peterson could go fuck yourself. Okay? In the 4 starts he's had, he's been ass. 5.4 ERA. Can't get out of the 5th inning. Struggling to start the year. But it's okay. It's okay. You know why it's okay, Lewis and Jess? You know why it's okay? You know why it's okay that David Peterson's struggling right now? Because he's a second half player. So we're going to let him struggle until the All-Star break. And the second half, you'll see, he'll be an All-Star. Promise you that. Where else can we go to? Oh, here's a fun one. Kodai Senga with your 8.83 ERA. Yeah, Ghost Fork is really working right now, bro. 10 walks, grand slams, home runs, 8-run innings. That's fun. That's great. I love that. Whip 1.9 as a starter. So, there was a battle, right, for the 5th spot in the rotation between Kodai Senga and Sean Manaea, right? Kodai Senga won. He had great spring training. It looked really good. Had a good first start. Didn't have a problem with it. Since then, it's been ass. And where's Sean Manaea, mind you? Sean Manaea's in the bullpen. Why is Sean Manaea in the bullpen? Because he can't get his fastball up to 86 miles an hour. You see a problem with that? You're a starting pitcher, and you can't get your fastball up to 86 miles an hour. You're probably not going to start again, bro. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but you suck. If you can't get a fastball over 90, why are you still in the league? Oh, wait, I know why. Because you're a New York Met, and this is what we do. We do things that don't make sense. Meanwhile, Tobias Meyer started the game today. Pitched great. Fantastic. Tobias Meyer, one of the few good things David Stearns has done so far. One of the few good things. Devin Williams? Oh, you know, Devin Williams, the closer. Had a save opportunity. The Mets had a 1-0 lead in the 9th inning. What did Devin Williams do? Lewis, you know this well. You can tell me the answer. What did Devin Williams do today in the 9th inning? With a 1-1 lead.
He blew it.
He blew it. He blew it. Blew the save. Great. So, 2 for 3 out of saves. Hasn't pitched because guess what? The Mets haven't been winning. So, you know, how's he going to get a save? You know, it doesn't add up. And then Luke Lever, the other ex-Yankee, 6.23 ERA. Great. Great. Oh, by the way, in case you were wondering real quick, Craig Kimball's on this team. Just thought I'd throw that out there. That's the situation that we're in right now. Craig Kimble, 39-year-old closer. He pitched the 10th inning today. But then I'll get to the worst part, because that wasn't the worst part. No. That wasn't the worst part. Surprisingly. The worst part is that the worst part of everything going on is that Carlos Mendoza still has a job. That I haven't gotten a notification on my phone yet that is saying Carlos Mendoza has been fired by New York Mets. I haven't got the notification yet.
Yeah, I haven't either.
I'm still waiting for that one. So until that happens, that's the worst thing to happen for this team right now. Because let me explain to you what happened today. Top of the bottom of the 10th inning, right? Ghost runner at second, right? He advances to third, 1 out, right? Nico Horner at the dish, the best hitter the Cubs have, right? If you're a manager, you have first base open, second base open, right? And you have Pete Crow Armstrong at third, the fastest runner in MLB, right? Fly ball wins the game, right? So, Lewis, I'll pose a question to you because I think you're a competent man. You're a smart baseball guy. I think you could figure out this question. Nico Horner at the dish, first base, second base open, Pete Crow Armstrong at third. What would you do in this situation if you're a manager?
I would walk Nico Horner.
You would walk Nico Horner, right?
Set up a double
Right.
play, right, to get the because
Right.
it's already 1 out in the inning.
Right.
You set up the double
And
play.
you know the Cubs have a left-hander coming up, and then they have their third spot, their DH spot, which they gave up because they pinched hit for Michael Conforto. So they gave up their DH spot. So a pitcher would be due up in that spot. What do you think happened when the Mets decided to pitch to Nico Horner?
He got a hit.
Better. He got a fly ball
Ooh.
because he's their best hitter. And of course, Pete Crow Armstrong's at third base. So any fly ball is a run, and the Mets lost. So when asked the question, hey, Carlos, why didn't you walk Nico Horner? This was my favorite response. And you know what? I'm gonna find it because I really want to drive this point home. Because I need you to hear verbatim what this motherfucker said. Because to me, it's the most. Where is it? Where are you, Carlos? You fucking fraud. Where are you? You fucking fraud. Who's that dumbass face? In a situation with Horner, especially with Horner, you put him at first base, they're going to take second base there. You know there's a contact situation there, but they got some of their best hitters coming up after that too. No, I was just going right after him. So the decision to put Nico Horner on base, right, was the idea that they were going to steal second. Fair? Okay. Yeah, they probably will, right? You know, third out, 1 out. You know, we're probably worried about Pete Crow Armstrong running if we throw the ball, you know, probably not going to throw over the second. But then you realize something, right? Tied game at 1. So Nico Horner, as a base runner, what does he do?
He's gonna be running.
Right. But here's the funny thing, right? Here's the funny thing, right? Even if he gets on base and the Cubs get a hit, we still lose. Because Nico Horner on base doesn't matter. Do you see the problem here? I'm watching an idiot manage baseball. So you see what I'm dealing with here. On top of having nobody who wants to hit, having a team that strikes out and doesn't walk, on top of having a pitching staff that outside of 2 guys is disgustingly bad. Clay Holmes, I'm still iffy on you, bro, so we'll see where you go. A part of having a closer who's unreliable. On top of all that, I didn't even get to the defense. Carson Bench can't play anything but right field. Brett Beatty tried to play first base, failed miserably, has like 3 errors. Okay? Bob Boucher can't throw a ball from third base. And then our outfield has no cannons in the outfield, apart from Luis Roberts, who I love you. Stay what you're doing, bro. Be healthy. You're the best player we have. And Lindor constantly fucking up at shortstop. Outside of the fielding mistakes, I have a manager who doesn't even know how he's managing a game. That's the worst part. And the worst part is he still has a job. They still back him. He's our guy, they say. He's putting the team in the best position to win, they say. They say he's not going anywhere, they say. I say get him the fuck out of the room and leave him in Chicago. But no, our guy. He's the guy. The big brain David Stearns. Big brains, right? I'm so smart. Look at me run a team and build a team. So smart. 0-11. 7-15, last place in the division. You built a really fun fucking team here, David. Good job. We'll put you in the Hall of Fame. Yeah. Good job, David. 0-11. And you know what gets better? We play the first place Minnesota Twins on Tuesday. Whoop-de-fucking-do, guys. Whoop-de-fucking-do. And then we play Colorado, who's somehow also pretty good. And then we play Washington, so you know we're losing that. We have a 9-game homestand coming up, right? And I'm not going to sit here and say win 9 in a row to make up for it. I'm not going to sit here and say, go 8-1. Give me 6-3. Win 2 out of 3 in every series, and then we could talk. Let's steer this on the right path. Because if we keep going down, we keep going down, right? I mean, like, that is what it is. But if we want to steer the ship in the right direction, let's win every series. Take 2 or 3 from Minnesota, 2 or 3 from Colorado, 2 or 3 from Washington, right? Let's build what I like to call, this is a crazy concept, Lewis and Jess, right? This is a crazy concept. Ready for this? It's called a winning streak. You know what that is? It's very, very rare the Mets have a winning streak. That's when you win 2 games in a row. Sometimes 3. It's crazy. I know. I'm talking in tongues. I'm speaking Latin. I'm speaking a different language. I might be talking Puerto Rican right now. I know. It's crazy. It's foreign, the concept of winning 3 in a row. But if the Mets can do that, maybe we'll go in the right direction here. Maybe we can start to build on something. But, I got to see it first. So who knows? We're 0-11. I'm having a fun time. We got swept. We first of all, we lost 2 out of 3 to the Diamondbacks, and we got swept by the Athletics, which we know. Then we lost to the Dodgers. We scored 3 runs. To Chicago, we scored 7 runs. So a bit better there, but, who's counting, right? So, yeah. Tuesday, back at it again against Minnesota. Can't wait. Running to Citi Field to go watch my team play baseball. Whoop-dee, yay. So happy. Free tickets, guys. By the way, they gave out free tickets. Nobody showed up. I wonder why. Could have been that it was, minus 30 degrees outside in Citi Field and it felt like it was fucking cold. I don't know. See, maybe that's why nobody came to the fucking game instead of bitching and moaning on Twitter. Maybe because you have to understand that people think it's fucking cold outside. I don't want to sit in 20-degree weather to watch a shitty baseball team. Maybe that's why we don't want to go to games even when you give out free tickets. I don't know. And it's on a work week on a Tuesday? Who the fuck wants to go see the Mets on a Tuesday? Oh, I know. Me, because I'm going May 12th on a Tuesday to go see this fucking team play. Free tickets, though. They gave out free tickets, so that was cool. But nobody went. Minus 30 outside. Wonder why. Oh, maybe it's the baseball team. I don't know. Maybe that's why. But yeah. That's the state of the Mets, guys. That's how my team is playing.
Feel better?
Sounds exciting.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Sounds
Inside joke. I'd rather deal with Jeff than watch the team play.
Oh.
Inside joke. But you know what? I'm a Met fan, so I'm going to do it. I'm going to watch this team every day. You know why? Because I'm a hopeless romantic, right?
Or you're just conditioned?
I don't know. I'm something. I'm not normal. I know that. I'm a Met fan and a Jet fan, so I know I'm not normal. So something's going on in here.
But now, David,
couldn't tell you what it is though.
You're also a Knicks fan.
I am also a Knicks fan.
But the Knicks have been a playoff team for the past few years.
Shout out Jalen Brunson.
So
This
they
episode
have
is
gone
brought
into
to
a
you
new
by.
era.
Hold on, Daniel, please do it again. Do it again, please.
Jalen Brunson of the New York Knicks, everybody. The one shining grace that Daniel has in his life.
Buy now at NBAShop.com.
Bye now.
Knicks are in the playoffs, Daniel. Beat the Hawks
Yes.
in Game 1, playing Game 2 tomorrow on Monday. How we feeling, Daniel? How we feeling about a nice little playoff run for the Knicks right now? How we feeling?
I mean, so I'll be totally honest, right? With all transparency, I didn't really watch the full game because I was at a soccer game, and as my luck would have it, the game's at 6 and the soccer game's at 7:30. So I'm watching from a phone screen, so I really didn't get the full breakdown. But I think I got the gist of what I think is going to happen in this series, right? I think obviously the Knicks have the better team on paper, right? Jalen Brunson went off, you know, I think it was like 38 points, right? He had a lot of points. Karl Anthony Towns did his thing. You got contributions from Mikal Bridges and Josh Hart, especially Josh Hart. He was big off the bench, right? Um, Atlanta, while they played well, didn't really have the firepower that the Knicks have, right? I think that's fair to say. With that being said, Atlanta kept it a little bit too close for me. The little bit they got about 3 points, tied the game a couple times, right? I don't like that. I don't. I'll be honest with you. That first half wasn't that great. When CJ McCollum is cooking us in the big 2026, that doesn't give me a lot of confidence, right? CJ McCollum's a great player. It's 2026, bro. I'm sorry. So I was also interested to see, Mike Brown's rotation. He was going with 9 guys. Had Clarkson in there, had McBride in there, Mitchell Robinson in there. And I was interested to see he had the starters play the whole first quarter, rest them for the first half of the second quarter, and that was kind of the rotation. So I can understand that. I think the biggest thing and the biggest takeaway was that when the Knicks needed to put their foot down, they did. Right? Third quarter happened, and they just never let up. They kept making shots. They put pressure on Atlanta. They forced Atlanta to kind of make shots, and they didn't. That's how this series needs to go. It was a better second half, absolutely. Defensively was really good. Karl Anthony Towns was aggressive and fought hard. Jalen Brunson set the tone early. So I think if we can get that, Atlanta should be no problem, and I want to see that. Atlanta shouldn't be a problem because they aren't. And all credit to Atlanta, they're a really good team, really good players. They're not at the Knicks level. I think everybody can kind of agree with that. But if the Knicks let up and allow Atlanta to do their game and allow Atlanta to kind of get back into the game, then that's where there's going to be a problem. Because Atlanta still was a really good basketball team. And really good teams can beat great teams on off nights. So the Knicks need to stay where they're at. It was a good start. It was a good kind of, tone setter. You have to keep that standard now. Everyone's already been like, oh, easy series, easy sweep. The Knicks did everything right. They didn't. It wasn't perfect. It wasn't great. There were mistakes, and there are things they can improve on, right? I.e., Mikal Bridges, i.e., OG Anunoby, right? There are positions where I think there could be improvement. Karl Towns could set a bigger tone, could be more aggressive, right? Shooting could be better. Defense could be better. I think right now with Atlanta, you have the opportunity to kind of get that going and get into that playoff kind of mode and mentality. So I think it was a good start. I'm not saying it wasn't, but all the rhetoric of that easy series, done and dusted, Knicks got it in 4. Let's slow down with that. They're not there yet. They're close, but they're not there yet. And this Mike Brown rotation, here's my problem with it. It's not that I don't like it. It's that they didn't do enough of it in the regular season. So these guys now have to start knowing their rotation minutes, their chemistry, and they have to, normally, your last, week of games that you play, you set your playoff rotation. The Knicks didn't do that. They kind of kept the same rotation, kept rotating guys in and out, kept kind of deciding who was going to be that final spot, and they never really set a rotation. So now it's like, okay, Brunson, you're going from 35 minutes a game to 42. That's a big ask and a big jump when you haven't played 42 minutes regularly in a season, right? So now that's an adjustment that needs to be made, and we're making it now in the first game of the playoffs. I don't like that. And you saw maybe some fatigue and some things going on there. So maybe that will get better as the playoff goes on, but it was a good start. Not angry, just not I'm not happy. Not happy. We're there, though, but it could be better. Because if we go play Boston, we may be talking about a different game 1. A very different game 1. So, but I think so far it seems like the Knicks shouldn't have a problem with Atlanta if they keep up with this tone and this pace. So we'll see what game 2 holds tomorrow.
Now, I ain't gonna lie, chat. I got the butterflies. You guys know what that means?
You think they're gonna win?
No. When I say butterflies, I mean I'm gonna fall asleep. Your
Oh,
eyes are being butterfly. You know how butterflies flap their wings? You go up
I
and
Oh,
down.
never heard it in those terms.
I never heard about it for sleep. I heard about it for like nervousness.
Because I think I made
That's
it
what
You
I'm
up.
get butterflies in
saying.
your stomach.
I made it up
I
for
think you
sleep.
just made it up.
Yeah. I've been saying that for years. I was like, I got my butterflies, and my eyes just flutter. I'm here. Yeah. I was about to crash. I'm not going to lie.
Maybe we'll get casuals this week, guys. Maybe.
Maybe.
We'll
Probably.
see if
Maybe
Lewis
Probably, actually.
cares enough.
maybe
Yeah.
get it.
I'll say, yeah, I've been
Maybe
tired.
getting one.
I've been tired. Listen, I'm just a boy. They be aight. I've come to the conclusions that people be aight. You know? They finna be aight. If you get one, you get one. Alright? You better be fucking lucky.
You better fucking like it, all right?
Because I come home, man.
Bad.
My bed, comfy, chat. Let me tell you, that bed, ooh, it's nice. Let me tell you, and I don't get back up once I lay down. Let me Chad, it's something serious. I got sleep right away ism.
We're sorry, chat, that you're getting less. Sorry, chat.
Yeah, tough day, tough sports time. I'm tired. Yo, life's tough right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired as fuck.
Lewis,
They'll be alright. Huh.
Jess, just promise we'll be rested up for Thursday.
Oh yeah, I'll be rested.
Because Thursday is a big day for us. We have our NFL draft
will.
stream, which is, oh, we will. Yeah, we have NFL draft stream, Jets and Giants reaction to the whole draft. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be exciting. Yeah, and stay tuned for that. It's gonna be, then we have our main shows coming up on Sunday. It'll be a fun week. Gonna be a busy week for us, and maybe a casual stream. We'll see how Lewis feels if he's awake.
After the draft
not.
or during? I'll probably do
He
one.
won't be awake for the draft either.
No, I'll be awake for the draft. I'll be awake for the draft. I'll try. Especially if the Giants make sexy picks. Ooh, baby, I'm up. Because you never know. Because last year they traded it back into the first round. That fucking woke me up. Let me tell you. Got our guy, Jackson Dart.
Listen,
Yeah.
listen. After 16, we're dragging. We're gonna be dragging a
We're
little
dragging
bit
a
after
little
16.
bit.
We're dragging a little. We talk about some. It might turn casual. It might turn casual.
Might turn
after 16.
casual. Yeah. Might turn yeah, probably. Yeah. But I'll probably do a stream Tuesday. Maybe Wednesday? No. Maybe Thursday. Maybe Thursday before the draft. I'll do one. Hop on for an hour. Give the people what they want. I'll give them what they want. Yeah. And then Friday I'll probably do one. Maybe. Yeah, probably late. Maybe like 7. Doing maybe like around like 7.
6.
You know what I mean? Probably do one. Maybe on Saturday if I got some time, maybe I'll do one. I got time. I could do it.
Figure it out.
I could do it.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah. I have 3 days off instead of 2, so I figured that I'd be more well rested than the other days, and I won't like exert myself too much. So I think I'll be okay. But my feet are in pain, so I need a massage. I need to go to a what do they call it? A masseuse?
Podiatrist? A masseuse, yes,
What?
but then there's a
What
podiatrist
the
for your
fuck
feet.
did you say? Motherfucker, I'm talking about getting you a
You
massage.
said your feet hurt.
I'm talking about getting a massage, bro. What the fuck you mean,
But you said your feet hurt.
Lewis wants a rub down. All right, he doesn't want a
rubbing
fucking
between
doctor
my toes,
stabbing his
bro.
foot.
What's up with you, son?
Lewis wants to go to those massage parlors.
Ew, don't say
Really?
it like that. I'm not Robert Kraft. I'm not Deshaun Watson. Definitely not. That brother's
Oh
fucking
God,
weird.
don't say that.
Definitely not that. I want to.
I'm not gonna say what I was gonna say.
All I want is for somebody to rub my feet and then say, "There you go, all done." And I go, "Thank you. Here's your money," and I leave. That's what I want from my life. I want to go to a spa. Let's go to a spa, Jet. Get Back does a spa. Let's do that. Let's find one on Groupon or some shit. We just fucking, that's our casual fucking Tuesday right there. Fucking, let's go to a spa.
Let's go to a spa.
That sounds fun. But I have nothing else to talk about. Anybody else? Wanna bring up anything?
No. A short week. Quiet week.
So when you say short, do you mean like 5'3"? But no. All right.
Like a
No.
5'6", not saying because I know.
No.
I just don't know how tall I am. I think I'm 5'9".
Until next time.
Until third, maybe we'll see. Maybe tomorrow. Who knows?
Tuesday. I'm gonna do it.
Wednesday.
No, Wednesday I can't, but Tuesday I can. Tuesday I can. But Jess, if I lay down first, ooh,
It's rip.
ooh, let me
It's
tell
rip.
you, ooh, it's like fucking quicksand. Let me tell you, you fucking put your toe in there, oh, your whole ankle's gone. I'm like, oh shit, ah. It's like I'm shackled down. Oh boy. I'm such an
Alright,
old man. My goodness.
You are.
Once I'm in the bed, I'm shackled down. I can't get up. Let me tell you. All right. Thank you guys so much
Anyway.
for watching. I appreciate it. And I'm probably going to go to bed.
We'll see you next time.
See you next time, guys.
Bye.
Boing.